Hi there, I'm Jake, and welcome to 20 Questions. Today I'm joined by my esteemed guest, Mr. Blain. And today we're going to have him answer some questions. We're going to get to know you a little better today.
Let's do this.
All right. All right, so I know you came from Suffield before you came here. How has it been, like, better or worse running the school compared to Suffield?
Suffield was a great school. I love the students there. I love my staff. But I'm super, super happy. I chose to come to Agawam. I love it here. We're a very diverse school, becoming more and more diverse every day. We speak over 25 languages in our building. Students from every nationality, every color, every race. It's wonderful. I love being in a diverse school. I love being with kids who are who they are, and my goal is to allow them to be safe in a safe space that allows them to be the person and bring out the best in them.
That's great. That's what I feel like a lot of people need when they come to school. A lot of students, just a safe space to
You got to be able to be you.
You got to be able to be you to learn. So you were a principal during COVID. So, how has it been compared from like COVID to in person? How has it been? Like, which one do you think is more difficult?
Well, I think the transition back from hybrid learning, from students learning remotely from home on a computer, has been difficult. I'm not going to lie. Some students were able to breeze through the remote learning at home. They just, it was good for some, but it wasn't good for everybody. I think being in school is best for all students. And I think it's a transition for some, one that is taking a little longer for some students versus others to get back in the routine, to get back into knowing what's expected of you. But I really feel like as we hit the second half of the year, there's no secrets anymore as to what makes us successful students. Be here on time, do the assignments that the teacher gives you, communicate well with your teacher if you happen to be out, and do your best. And when you do your best, you typically will get the grades that you deserve.
Yeah, it definitely is a tough transition, though. I'm still working on it myself.
Yeah, it has not been easy, and I think we underestimated what that change would be like for a lot of students.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are getting back into the groove, especially around like now, like this time.
It's time. Year. Right.
It definitely is time for everybody to get back on track. What's the biggest challenge you've faced since becoming the principal of Agawam?
I think the biggest challenges are, one is learning my staff, establishing trust with my staff, that they understand that I do know what good teaching looks like. I know how to run a building safely, that I can communicate well. And the same goes for my students, getting to know people and establishing trust with people. You can't come in with a ton of ideas and just shove them down people's throats. I have some outside perspective. I can look at Agawam and look at things that might need to change, but you just don't shove it down people's throat. You have to earn their trust so that they believe that that you can implement good programming changes successfully, and that's for students and teachers.
Yeah, and that actually leads into one of my next questions. What are some like changes or things you would love to implement in the school?
Right, so for next year, we're definitely looking at ILT or a flex every day, okay? And this year we put it in because we knew students needed some extra supports, but we all know it can run better. It's not being run as efficiently as it should be. It was something we had to put in quickly, and so we were building a bike and riding it too. Right now we're building the bike for next year by having a group of people. There will be a bunch of students from student government that are going to be on a committee with us, with some teachers, to build what's called a flex period. We could call it a brownie block, where students get 25 to 30 minutes a day for extra help and enrichment within the school schedule.
I think that's a good idea.
We're really close to just ironing that out with the teachers union to make sure that we're abiding by all the rules of their contract. We have a new software that students will be scheduled on so that we can track everybody safely. But it'll be an everyday flex period.
I like that. It's definitely going to be good for people that especially like don't have a lot of time outside of school to like get homework done.
So if you miss an assignment, if you were sick, if you just need a little help with something, you can sign up for that teacher on Monday in the homeroom period, and you know that on Thursday you're going to X teacher to work on something. Teachers can also schedule students in. So it's got to build in some form of accountability for students where, look, you got to get your work done, but we're also going to support you by giving you a little bit of time during the day if you don't have it elsewhere.
That's a good idea. I like that.
All right. Well, then if it meets your approval, then we're just going to do it.
Yeah, right. I think that yeah, my approval is like the last say.
So I think I should get a T-shirt that just because Jake said so.
Yeah.
Okay.
You should.
I got it.
We'll work on that. Mr. Brown, write that down. And do you enjoy being the principal of Agawam?
I do. I enjoy. I've always enjoyed my roles in education. I don't care what it is. Like, I've never had a bad day at work, from a baseball coach to a girls basketball coach to an athletic director to a teacher, assistant principal, now principal. I've never had a bad day in school because I think students bring the energy. So I really do enjoy it. I never drive up the driveway in the morning and go, oh my God, I'm here at work. It's like, all right, what do we got? Bring it. Let's bring it today. I think students in this school bring a certain amount of energy, again, a diverse type of energy, and it just builds, it starts my motor, and hopefully that is seen for staff and students to follow my lead.
Yeah, there's always something to like focus on and work on with when you have so many different people.
This is not a dull place. This is not a dull place. I don't have a lot of idle time.
There's always something going on.
Right.
And that leads into my other question a little bit. Why did you choose as a career education?
It's funny, I really didn't. And this is for any of you seniors or high school students. The best thing you could do is do a career internship or learn something, because sometimes you learn what you don't want. I didn't have that. I thought I would just be a business major. I worked in a bank and accounting, and I worked in some sales, and I just despised every second of it. I did not like going to work. It was not me. And finally, I had a manager that said, why don't you just do what you love? And I use a quote for my students and staff at times, and it's, pursue relentlessly that which sets your soul on fire. So my wife was a teacher. I just literally quit my job, went back to school, got a teaching job somehow. Someone was crazy enough to hire me, and I haven't looked back since. And so I've changed jobs within education for a while, but it doesn't matter what role I have in education, whether it's a teacher or a principal or a coach. I feel like if I'm impacting students in a positive way, then I can sleep really well at night.
Yeah, and you're doing what you love to do, and I feel like that's what everyone should shoot for. Doing what you love to do for a living.
I don't stare at the clock. I don't have time to look at my social. I don't have social media, but if I had it, I don't have time for any of that. I only have time for work and trying to make a school better, and so that's all I care about. Yeah,
and if that works for you, then that's great. And all right, some less serious questions.
All right, let's go.
For so far. In your opinion, what is the best school lunch at Agawam High School?
Oh, it's all day. It's the chicken wrap, and it's because we went to 3 slices this year. It's been a tough year for the cafeteria staff. I actually feel bad for them. The supply shortage, global supply shortage, has impacted our offerings, but without a doubt, like, you can't beat the chicken wrap.
Yeah,
the lines speak for itself.
Yeah, I mean, they were a little bit better pre-COVID, but they're slowly getting back to status.
I will tell you that I've been in many different schools, and nobody gets their own specially made wrap. They're always pre-made, and you grab them out of a box. Agawam's got it going on. I mean, students can ask for pickles, they can ask for a special sauce. They get everything they want. I mean, go with the chicken wrap on Wednesdays. That's the way to go.
All the wraps are fire. I love those. And what's on your bucket list? What's on Jim Blain's bucket list?
I used to have a bucket list of running a marathon, but I kind of checked that one off. I've said before, I golf a lot. I want to get a hole-in-one, and I want to go to Ireland, where my mother's family was born. My wife's family is from Italy. We've been to Italy. I want to go to Ireland and kind of go back and find out the little town where my mother came from, and see where my roots are. That's a bucket list for me.
Yeah, I feel like I'm also part Irish. I would love to visit Ireland too. I think I actually have some family that owns like a pub or something down there. I don't know.
Right.
But yeah, that's a great.
So I want to see where my family's from and where my roots are.
That's gonna be awesome.
That's gonna be great.
Should definitely go sooner rather than later.
Yes.
If you could choose one thing to put into the vending machines at school, what would you put?
Celsius energy drinks, but not all the flavors. The ones, the Costco pack has all these, like, they always give you some flavors that nobody wants and they stay in the fridge longer. But I would fill it with the orange, the black cherry, the wild cherry, and the watermelon.
The good
and
stuff.
I'd go with Celsius Energy all day. Healthy and an energy drink. Remember that.
I've never tried Celsius.
Yeah,
I see it at work all the time.
You're going to have to step out and just try it.
I'm gonna have to try it. I'll try it today. What shows do you like to binge watch when you're not being principal and doing principal
All right,
stuff?
so I'm on a couple right now, and there's my relationship code with my wife, which you have to watch at the same time. Like, I didn't realize you can't go ahead. But right now we're on Ted Lasso on Apple TV. Really funny show, but great characters, great show. Ozark, a little dark, but a great show. And my guilty pleasure that I get on my own is a real estate show called Selling Sunset. It's really cheesy, it's really poorly done, and it's the perfect thing that I get to watch when I get my own time.
That's awesome.
It's really bad.
Is it about like selling houses?
It's about this group of people who sell houses, but they're horrible human beings, which I don't want anybody to be. They're all glammed up, and they're all haters on each other, and they it's like the real world for real estate.
That's amazing. So it's like realty reality TV.
It is realty reality TV, and it's really cheesy. It's really cheesy.
Being a principal, as you know, can definitely be very stressful.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you do when you want to just relax?
I got a few things. I go for a run. I do like to run. Just get out there and just forget where I am and go. I like to cook. So often on the way home from work, if it's been you do get stressed in a day, I'll text my wife and my kids if they had a dream dinner tonight, what would it be? And I'll just go buy it and I'll cook it up. And my wife and I are pretty good at cooking. So, that is one thing. And I like to golf in the summer. So, I think I have something for every season. But yeah, if I can cook it up. If they want it, I can cook it up. And it's usually pretty good.
Chef Blain.
Yes, something like that. Not Chef Ramsay. I'm not mean like him.
Not yet.
No.
You're almost there.
It's not Hell's Kitchen.
Not yet. You're almost at that level.
Oh, yeah.
So back to a bit more of a serious note.
Okay.
Being the principal of Agawam High, you are seen as kind of a leader. What are some important qualities do you think that a leader should have?
Leader should be a good listener. A leader should be able to relate to everybody in the building. A leader should bring out the best in everybody by getting to know who they are, by respecting their opinions, by allowing them a voice, but also sometimes having to make a tough decision that they don't agree with and stand by it, but explain why. But more, what I've seen is the true leaders are just great listeners. They're really good with people, and they respect one another. And so I try to bring those qualities to school every day. And even if someone disagrees with a leadership decision we make, I try to make sure that they understand the why.
That's very important.
It's just not no, it's no because. And I wish I could do this, but I can't because. And I can't do it. It's the power of yet. Maybe we can do that down the road. And so I feel really good about that. I've had to say no to a lot of student requests, but they keep coming in. So I know that people feel respected when they ask a question. And the answer is no.
Yeah, I feel like you are very well respected here so far, even only after being here for how long have you been here now?
It's been 6 months. Just since
not even a year
July.
yet.
No, not even a year. I'm still a rookie. So we're still on the honeymoon.
You're still doing great. I haven't heard anything bad. No gossip. No nothing.
No gossip.
Just
darn.
Yeah.
That's all good.
Just the Blainster being a great principal. So back when you were in high school.
Oh God.
Where did you go?
Cathedral High School. It's Pope Francis now, but it was 1988 was the graduation year, and so it was Cathedral High School at the time. Purple Panthers.
Purple Panther.
Yes, we were the Purple Panthers.
That's amazing. What types of activities and sports were you into?
So I did football. I was a football player for 4 years, and I was a baseball player for 4 years. I didn't do a winter sport. I was not into the arts at the time. I love getting into the musicals now at schools and into the drama productions and being part of that. I would have never seen myself in front of a camera or speaking out loud. So I think those are things that I do try to get students to step out of their comfort zone
Yeah, I feel like
earlier in life, because I didn't. I stuck with the things and the people that I knew. And if there's one bit of advice I could say is like meet new people, try new things, step out of your comfort zone. And when you do, you get a greater appreciation for everybody else.
Yeah, and I feel like that's how a lot of people can grow too.
Yeah.
As soon as you step out of your comfort zone, you start learning new things.
And you're appreciating other people for who they are.
Definitely. I think that is all the questions we have for you to answer today.
All right. 18 questions. That was a piece of cake.
It has been
Good job, bro.
amazing interviewing you, Mr. Blain.
All right. It's been fun.
I hope you have a great rest of your day.
All right.
And I hope you all have a great rest of your day as well.
Let's go, Brownies.
Let's go, Brownies. I go on high, goated. I will see you all next time.